1, 2, 3. Hello everyone, it's me, Malvern Train Guy here.
That is again my line. G'day everyone, it is in fact Malvern Train Guy here. Let's get our headlights on. I usually start with the safety systems, but this time, for some reason...
Yeah, so did I. I went the other way around.
Yeah, I don't know why I decided to go that way today. Gauge lights, master key, a little bit of that. Get those brakes dropping.
There's a couple of HSTs in.
What do we have? Oh, hello, and there's a 166 over in the far platforms too. We do love to see it. I have day headlamps, and I'm good to go. Tones, because I like to do that kind of thing. And I am going to attempt this one HUDless, so I'm going to turn my HUD off as well.
We love tones. Everyone should love tones.
Oh, absolutely.
I would love to see an intercity 47, an intercity HST swallow livery for West Cornwall local.
You know, I don't know exactly what's going to be coming in the HST farewell pack, but I do hope that...
I forgot about that.
I do hope that Liam chucks in a few cheeky little, even if they don't do any kind of timetable services, it'd be nice to see them included, just so that if you want to do something in the Creators Club or Free Roam, you have an official livery option. As good as Creators Club is, don't get me wrong, it's amazing. The performance always takes a bit of a hit. I think I am good for 40, I am. I think you might be going a touch faster than I am. I'm just trying to take a sneaky peek at the preview of your game there.
I'm doing 35.
I'm just hitting 30 now, although I am going uncharacteristically slow.
I don't even... Where is Slough in comparison to anything else? Right, so the station before it is Langley. Oh, there's a shed at Langley. We do love a shed. It is worth noting at this point for viewers, I only have Cargo Line Volume 2, whereas Melbourne Train Guy, I believe, has... Is it 1, 2 and 4 on this route?
This is the Great Western Express, 1, 2 and 4, correct, yes. Cargo Line Petroleum, Cargo Line Aggregates, and Cargo Line Military. I'm speeding, I'm sure. Yep. I'm going to turn my HUD back on, as I've already failed miserably.
There's where the underground station, where the underground goes off, and you can literally see the grass from the edge of the platform.
I know.
In fact, you can literally see the track end.
It's one of those things where I never noticed it, and then one day I thought, I'm going to go for an explore in that platform, and I saw the grass just smack in the middle of the track. It just kind of abruptly cuts off. And once you notice it, you can't not notice it.
Yeah. I bought this route back in January. I used my Xbox Game Pass Ultimate to get 10% off. I bought it for $22.49, and then 2 weeks later it was on sale for a $5.
I had a few of those myself with PlayStation sales, where I've gone, that route looks really cool, I'm gonna buy it. And what's the best example would probably be, oh my days, West Coast Main, no, it wasn't West Coast Mainline, I think it was the Blackpool branches. I bought that at, I think it was $49 or $45, and then it, not too long, I think about a week or two, went on sale. And it happened to me a few times, and it sucks every single time.
Yeah.
HST in the depot, lovely.
Well, you overtaken me. I feel like you might be ahead now.
I am just slightly ahead of you. I'm just passing by the flyover to Old Oak Common. Do we
In
have
real
any?
life, I watched
I was just-
Maverick's video earlier. I believe he said this is going to be an Elizabeth line depot, and there's going to be some HS2 depot around here. Because this is all gone in real life.
This is the thing, I don't know, just peeking some HSTs in the depot over there, lovely. I don't know that the route itself is getting any kind of update. I think it's just getting lighting enhancements and things of that nature. Although, to be fair...
it will just be the same as Cathcart Circle when they've done that.
Exactly. I think it's going to be the same as what we have now, just with TSW, well, it'll be TSW6 standard. But I actually bought the Great Western Express back in Train Sim World 4 because I heard that there was a remaster coming, and I thought, oh, it just seems like a really good deal to grab it now and then get the remaster in like a couple of months for free. Sorry, just clearing my throat as I pass. Well, that's got to be Acton Mainline.
Yeah.
No? Oh, it is.
I would
Yay.
love to have the Elizabeth line services on this. Even if it was just a reskinned and longer 710.
Well, this is
so nice to have.
This is the thing that is confusing to me, but I hope they do something, because we're going to be getting, I believe it's the Gatwick train from Brighton Mainline. What's that, the 387?
Yes.
The 387's getting a reskin. The
Heathrow Express, yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to be getting additional services to play that we wouldn't have currently. Oh, hello, got a 166, and we must be at one of the Broadways. There's a tube stop.
Yeah, I believe this is Ealing Broadway.
I love that. It's like, it does nothing. It just sits there. You can't drive it. Until we get the remaster, that is.
Oh yes, because the 484, the Island one.
We're going to be able to drive the services, I believe, from Ealing Broadway into London Paddington.
Yeah. One thing that is worthy of noting, in this route's chosen time period of either 2017 or 2016, or possibly even 2015, the Elizabeth line was built in it was phased in stages. So you had the first bit, which was when they were running from, I believe, London Liverpool Street to, where do they go now? The place that they go now on the East Anglian Main Line, or wherever it is. And then they also went from London Paddington to Reading, but they just run that service while they were waiting for the middle bit to be built, which is obviously where they run through now, but at the time those services were put in, that hadn't been built yet.
Okay. So
Yeah,
there could be some kind of, like a diversionary layer that we get to run across the GWE.
Yeah, I believe it would just be London Paddington to Reading, rather than when they went from the underground Paddington, which is where they went now. That has actually really bothered me. Where do they go from? I'm just on my phone. You shouldn't really drive on your phone. Don't do it in real life. It's naughty. We are trained professionals, of course.
Oh yes, of course.
If you haven't covered already.
Don't try this at home, kids. I have a
Oh
shed
yeah, and also
approaching.
the Elizabeth line. Yes, I've got a GWR.
I don't currently have any Creators Club liveries, so I had, by the judging of the extremely bright headlights, it was a West Coast Mainline Class 66 in the DBC variety.
Shenfield, that's the place I'm thinking of. Shenfield and Abbey Wood, and then it currently goes through an underground tunnel section and pops back out of Paddington onto the GWR mainline. But when that wasn't built, it would do London Liverpool Street to Shenfield and Abbey Wood, and then it would do London Paddington to Heathrow and Reading services.
Ooh.
But I'm not sure when they were phased in, because I know Crossrail was meant to be complete in 2018.
Well,
it ended up
I'm
in Classic
pretty
Network rail
sure-
fashion being completed in 2022.
I'm pretty sure that this is set in the 2016, or the timetable at least is 2016. I couldn't tell you what
Yeah.
the route is set in because Dovetail from time to time will set a timetable and a route slightly out of sync to have a little bit of creative leeway.
Yeah.
Just passing the
Here's the Heathrow bit.
airport junction, I think it's called.
Yep.
Finally about to make 120.
Yeah, these trains are very quick, but they take a long time getting there.
It's a little surprising when you run them on the layer service on somewhere like the Birmingham Cross City or the not Great Western Express, that's where we are now, the ScotRail Express. Because they are shorter HST sets, they really behave a lot better.
Yeah. Also, you just reminded me of something. DTG Liam, or I can't remember what his game studio is called.
Grump Dog
Grump
Studios.
Dog Games or something.
Grump Dog Studios,
Yeah.
I believe. Yep.
Yeah. If you're making liveries of the GWR HST, sneakily throw in a ScotRail livery. You know, just a little sneaky something. Just so we don't
Now-
have to see the GWR livery in Scotland.
We really should have a, what is it called, Inter 7 Cities or something of that
Yeah.
nature? We need it. I mean, I need it. I love my ScotRail, and as much as I love the GWR green, I would really prefer to see a ScotRail livery on my ScotRail trains. 4 miles from Slough.
I mean, when they were delivered, they were in the Great Western, some were in the Great Western green livery, and some were in the older first Great Western livery, which was like the dynamic lines.
Which
I don't know if you've seen that.
I have seen on the 166, which is in the game files for this particular route, but I have also seen the unbranded First Great Western pictures for the remaster that we'll be getting.
Oh yeah, they did share some, didn't they, in the, what was it, the Season of Reveals?
I think so. That was a little bit disappointing, to get a little bit off topic.
Yeah, it was a little bit, wasn't it? I feel like, I don't know, maybe if they didn't hype it up so much. Well, I don't own the Thomas and Friends pack, and the fact that we waited for what felt like a grand reveal when it ended up being
Unfortunately,
Thomas and Friends of all
yeah.
things.
I think my opinion is probably a very mild one in that I don't see a problem with Thomas being one of the reveals. I just don't think Thomas should have been the grand reveal.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't think anything really, the way they framed it, I don't think anything was worthy of that grand reveal quote-unquote title. Each of them were kind
Yeah.
of okay as DLC, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was just really poor timing with Christmas being the season that we happened to be in. We have an HST coming at us as we get into Slough. I love it.
We do like HSTs.
AWS warning for 40, even though we are not diverging. Thank you very much.
We are literally level at this point. Although saying that, I'm doing about 80, so let's bring that speed down a bit.
I'm actually
Because we are
looking
going
good for a
straight.
change. 0.7
Yeah, I'm going
out.
straight through at this point.
Oh no.
No, we're getting there. I just had to wedge a bit more brake on them. I would have liked to, but
After
and they take ages to release.
after the fiasco with AWC, I had to run to the other side of the country, and hopefully GWR don't fire me. If we can get some decent stops in, I might be alright.
Just passing this orange digger. That is a bit close.
I'm just making entry into the platform now. I am going a touch faster than I would like. I'm doing about 40.
Should we mention the elephant in the room? The not official. Well, it's not been confirmed, but there has been a leak for Trains in 16.
I personally, I have just blown past my stop marker by about 24 yards. Terrible. I personally hope that it's either not true.
Power car over.
What am I? I'm the whole power car over and my guard's door is not on the platform. Every passenger has a door on the platform. That's the main thing. I hope that
I suppose actually that stop's not that bad.
Oh wow, I'm actually not that different. I'm just looking at your stop there. I'm pretty much, oh actually no, I would have technically, that's a SPAD. I've passed the signal, so that's, I can't make that sound good, it's bad.
Yeah, but half a power car over and you're sort of in properly. Oh, we're here for 2 minutes. Right, sorry, what was you going to say before I cut you off?
All I was going to say was that I just hope that this potential leak is just either not true or some elaborate ruse, because I wouldn't be disappointed to get what we could be potentially getting, which is the that Class 802. I don't know, I don't mind a bit of a cucumber. I like the Azuma, so I'm not going to lie, I would like the 802.
I just think...
I don't know if it's going to have a route that's going to be worthy of an IET. We already have a pretty short run for the Pendolino, a pretty short run for the HSTs, both of them. And the Azuma's not terrible, but not great either.
Yeah, I think, personally, I don't know, like maybe they're extending this route, maybe they're making an extension to this route and they're including an 800 in it and they're going to make it modern.
We'll see.
Maybe that's why the remaster's taken so long.
And this is one of those things where Liam has said countless times in the thread on the forums that it's not getting extended, it's just getting remastered. Like, slow your roll, folks. And I'm sitting here thinking, yeah, okay, fair enough. And then we get potentially the 801. And now I'm thinking, could it be that the GWR has gotten itself a Southeastern high-speed style remaster? And
yeah, maybe
the 802 is going to be one of those Rivet Games timetable DLCs that they mentioned. There are a lot more... There are many more possibilities than it being some kind of additional stretch other than the route we're currently on. To be fair, it might not even be core. It could be a DLC coming further down the track, and that just happened to be the image that they had on hand. I know there was an issue, not an issue, there was a similar occurrence last year with Train Sim World 5, where the banner was leaked, but it was an amalgamation of just placeholder images. Would be the same thing again.
Yeah.
I'm kind of...
Maybe this is just something Dartel's done on purpose so we talk about the game.
Well, that's it. Or it could be something that they've done as a massive last-ditch red herring to kind of get everyone talking about, oh man, you know, it's look what we're getting an 802, we're getting a Great Western, blah 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 blah, and then it turns out to be something Southwestern mainline, or who knows. I mean, it's Dovetail games, so I don't want to put too much eggs in one basket. I love Dovetail games, but I don't know. I think the most likely option that I'm hoping for is a Southeastern high-speed style extension on the GWR. Where would they take it though, do you think? Because Southeastern...
Probably... Maybe Oxford, possibly Didcot.
Ooh, that could be interesting.
I think they'll maybe make, if they were going to do it... Because I personally think it would be stupid to redo this route, remodernise it, and in my opinion, with a new timetable, but you'd still be reselling it. I think that's not the best way to put GWR back into the game. Because because this will be GWR's first add-on since
Well, that's it.
original TSW. I think it'll be something different personally.
And Cathcart got its remaster after additional routes had been brought into the game for ScotRail. So, if I'm not mistaken, Cathcart Circle was the first ScotRail route. It was followed by, I want to say ScotRail Express and then the Fife Circle. But I know that the one moment, so I'm just going to clear my throat. I know the Cathcart Circle, yeah, it just won't go away. It got the 380 and it got a timetable update. It didn't really get an extension.
No.
But, I mean, I don't think the Cathcart Circle was really a route that you could realistically extend anywhere. It's already kind
Yeah,
of...
there was nowhere really to
No,
go.
it's already kind of the ideal version of what it should be. It's got the 2 branch lines, one out to Neilston and one out, and the other out to Newton. It's got the loop. Without popping onto the West Coast Main Line or putting one of the additional lines out to Edinburgh, which would make it not the Cathcart Circle. I'm not trying to say I'm putting my eggs in the basket, but it would be nice to see an extension Southeastern high-speed style. It's not uncalled out of the question. It's been done before.
Yeah, I just don't think people would be too pleased if they did do that. I wouldn't mind it, but I feel like if you're paying 40 quid for a new game,
I don't know.
you get the same route you already have. I don't know.
I wasn't around in the Train Sim World 3 launch era, so I don't know how Southeastern High Speed Extended was received by people who already owned the previous one. Especially because I know that the 465 DLC went from being a separate purchase to an included train, which would have been a bit of a sting. But I feel like, and this is just me of course, others may feel differently, but for me personally, even though I already own the GWR, if one of the launch routes for 6 was Great Western Express Extended, for example, and they took it out to somewhere like Oxford or Didcot or, I don't know if Bristol Temple Meads is about the same or more, or, you know, if they took it out to somewhere that made it a decent length extension, I'd buy it and I'd be happy, because I'd be framing it more as I'm not paying for the same thing I already own, but rather I'm buying, I don't know how to word it other than I'm buying a better version of something I already own.
You already have.
Which still doesn't sound great, but like in my mind, it's almost like, what's a good example I could draw to? Like the PS4 and the PS5, really. Like the PS4 is great and it runs great and it does Train Sim World great, so there was no real need to upgrade it to a PS5. It's probably not a good example, but I can't think of anything really. I pay the money, I like the route. Like even if they just, like even if it wasn't extended, even if it was just a straight one-to-one copy but remastered, I'd still buy it. Who honestly doesn't like the GWR and the GWE?
Yeah. I would love to see Exeter to Plymouth alongside the Dawlish Sea. That would be awesome.
Well, a little bit of a wild conspiracy. I have nothing to back this up at all, but I just find it really funny that Train Simulator Driver was posting himself on a 166 and then an 800. And then we get that potential leak for Train Sim World 6, the banner art, and then Train Simulator Driver, posts a cross-country 221 going by at speed as his one had been delayed. And I find that a little bit, I just find it curious, and it's got me thinking that with a GW...
The 221s actually do run between Exeter and Plymouth, sorry.
Well, no, this is what I was kind of getting to. Pardon me, one moment. back in my early days of thinking we might be getting an Edinburgh to Newcastle route, I was looking at potentially something from Reading to Oxford or Reading to Cardiff as a potential DLC.
Shed.
We do have a shed, and dirty EWS shed with
DRS.
some. I got the EWS.
Oh, no.
I like the
DRS is
DRS.
king.
It is king. It's so good. We've got the transport for Wales Pacer coming, but I've never really believed that it was intended for the Cardiff commuter route. I've always maintained that it's a byproduct of what it's like. It's made for something else, but they're also going to be able to sell it for Cardiff. They didn't want to say what it was coming for, but what they could say was that it was going to be used on Cardiff, if you get what I mean. A bit of hype without giving away its true purpose. And then we get the cross-country licensing right at the last minute, literally the second to last DLC that Dovetail Games Matt, quote-unquote, forgets about. I don't know about you, but how do you forget about a license?
Another
shed. Yeah. Indeed, I had an EWS.
I had an EWS as well, an EWS normal.
Yeah, same. I'm getting a little bit, not suspicious, but I'm just getting a little bit hyped maybe that we could be getting something that is going to be including the cross-country, perhaps even the transport for Wales. But then I don't know where that would fit on the Great Western Main Line, would it be? No, that would be the Great Wales Main Line? I honestly don't know.
The South Wales main line. Probably.
South Wales Main Line.
I think that's what it's called. My knowledge of Wales is minimal.
Yes, to be honest, probably the main reason I haven't uploaded any of the Cardiff City Network route to YouTube is because I am genuinely frightened to attempt to pronounce any of those Welsh names. They are, word, they are scary because I was recording a video. I can't go into details because it's not mine to discuss, but I was recording a video with someone and I saw a Welsh destination on a PIS board, and my instinct of reading it and pronouncing it was way off to what it actually was. There was some sounds I was not expecting to hear, and I don't mean that in a mean way. I mean that in I can't do it. I really cannot do it.
Yeah.
What's
Another
that?
elephant in the room.
Sorry, elephant in the room.
Euro Truck and American Truck Simulator.
Oh yes, I'm actually excited for ETS. I don't really care about ATS.
No, me neither.
I'm not a big fan of.
Signal here.
I'm coming in a little bit fast. I did overspeed past our 95 there by about 5 miles. Coming up to our single yellow now at 60. I need to be doing that. I'm doing 80. I'm going to play around with the brakes a little
I've
bit.
just passed the double. But yeah, I'm looking forward to ETS.
Single yellow.
Yeah, I think I'm hoping that there's a lot of freeware DLCs in ETS. I hope they don't make them DLCs so we have to download them all separately. I hope they just include them with the game, the freeware DLCs, just so we can download it as one big thing.
This is one of those things where I think it's actually very handy that ETS and ATS are coming to consoles, because Farm Simulator, if I'm not mistaken, on the console has mod support. At least for current gen consoles. I don't know about the old gen consoles. So
Farming Sim 19 I have on Xbox One, and it does have mod support.
well, there you go. If you can have mod support on an OG Xbone, then there's no reason why ETS and ATS wouldn't have it. If they're going to have it, that means Train Sim World should be pulling their finger out and bringing it in. They've been talking about us having mod support on consoles for the longest time.
Yeah, it feels... Do you know what it feels like? It feels like the more simulator games we have, and the more simulator games that are coming, because, you know, we've got Bus Simulator 27 on the way, we've got The Bus on the way, we've got Euro Truck and American Truck. It feels like there's a lot more competition now. There's a lot more companies that will...
I have to cut you off, because I have to just point out that I stopped... I think that was just under 2 yards. Like, the stopboard marker is almost like spot on lined up with my cab window. I don't usually stop that well.
It is satisfying when that happens.
I know, it's so good, especially because we're talking about Melbourne Train Guy here, and I'm known for blowing past station stops and red lights. I'm gonna chuck my DRA on so I can't go anywhere.
But yeah, it feels like there's proper competition now.
Yeah.
To make for everybody's simulator game to be the best simulator game, and I feel like the more competition, the more games are gonna like push themselves and actually bring stuff. Because, you know, if there was this, because say Euro Truck and American Truck have multiplayer, and The Bus will have does have multiplayer, but it's not on console yet. That should hopefully push Dovetail to bring multiplayer to TSW, because they did promise it back in the TSW2 era.
I don't know. I'm just stood on the platform waiting for your lock doors instruction, and then I'll lock my doors too. I don't know how I feel about multiplayer in Train Sim World. It would have to be done in a very specific way for it to not be terrible. Because I've seen how Roblox train games have their multiplayer set up. And the way I would kind of like to see, if they were to bring multiplayer, it would have to be... if there's a service that has a guard slot, you can have a buddy from your Dovetail Live, because it's already there for Creators Club. Your buddy can jump on and be a guard in your service, or you can guard a buddy's service. I don't think I would like to see multiple people driving trains on the route at the same time, because I mean this exactly how it's going to sound. At the best of times, the AI dispatcher can't handle one player, let alone multiple players.
Yeah, I've got the lock doors instruction.
Alright. I'm gonna lock my doors. And I'm not...
Yeah, I feel like I would like to see multiple people driving trains. I feel like, as long as you know the person, the game might not cope with it, but if the game was made to cope with it...
Who won? Oh, you won. I've got...
how much did you get?
9,831. You've got, what's that? 10,181.
10,181.
You beat me again. However, I will just say, I'm just looking at my stopping at Slough was terrible. I've got 23.6 yards, and you've got...
I've got 7.91.
My stopping at Reading, though, 1.23 yards.
Oof.
I know.
4.64.
No, but 1.23. How satisfying is... I'm going to take a screenshot of that, actually. I think I might brag in one of the Discords later.
I was 4 yards away and thought I was going to spad.
Oh, I'm actually not bad at driving the HST. It's one of the few trains where it's both a very easy train to drive. It's almost Melbourne Train Guy proof, but also it helps that the Midland Main Line and the GWE are both great routes. It's just a shame. They need to be longer. Dovetail, if you're listening.
I would... Oh, my voice been going all day. I'd love a backdated East Coast Main Line so we can have the HST on there.
Oh, wouldn't that be a treat? That could be one of Rivet Games. They've got 3 of them on the go. We don't know. They could be any number of deliciousness.
Expect the unexpected.
Expect the unexpected. I think, what about you, Mega Sim Gamer? Do you think that might be where we leave it for this video?
I think so.
Excellent. Well, that will be it from me, at least Melbourne Train Guy. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to jump over to Mega Sim Gamer's channel. There will be links in the description. Mega Sim Gamer?
Don't forget to check out Melbourne Train Guy.
And
type SPAD in the comments so he knows that I've sent you.
No. Otherwise, thanks very much for watching, folks. If you have enjoyed the video, please don't forget to leave a like. We'll see you on the next one, folks. Bye now.